Hey guys, what's up? My name is Alfonso and today I'm starting this video journal to talk about the books that I've read. So for my first video ever, I want to discuss City of Heavenly Fire, that it is the last book in Cassandra Clare's The Moral Instruments. Now if you have not read this book, you totally should. It was released like 3 weeks ago, so a lot of you guys have already read it. And if you have never heard about The Moral Instruments or Cassandra Clare or any of her other books, you should totally go fix that because they're amazing books that you're really gonna enjoy. I totally recommend them. There's this prequel to The Moral Instruments called Infernal Devices, and specifically in this last book, there are a lot of references to that prequel. So the story starts introducing this family that has like a bunch of children. I mean, there's 7 children and the father and this girl called Emma Carsters, and we've heard some names before, but it's in the prologue of this book that we begin to know their story and how it's going to be related to the other characters. In the last book, Jace was stabbed and got the heavenly fire inside of him, and now they're all trying to help him control him. So he's doing meditation and all sort of stuff that apparently are not working for him. Alec is all depressed because he broke up with Magnus. Simon is confused about his relationship with Isabel. Maya apparently has something to tell to Jordan, but she just keeps procrastinating the moment of talking to him. The way it was written, I think, well, it led to me to the conclusion that she was pregnant. But no, she was just gonna break up with him. All the Shadowhunters are leaving to Idris. There's this Malek farewell, this Sissy farewell. They leave Simon behind in New York for Jordan and Maya to take care of him. The moment they leave, Simon gets kidnapped. Good job, Jordan. You have one job and you cannot keep Simon safe for 5 minutes. Maya and Jordan go out to look for him. Jordan gets killed. Jordan's dead in chapter 5. So Sebastian is the one who kills Jordan. Like, he killed all the Predator Lupus. And they were just walking around watching all the corpses, and then boom, he's dead. Of the rumors that had been going on in Tumblr and Twitter and everything, that 5 characters were going to die, I guess I was hoping for Jordan to be one of them because he was never one of my favorite characters. Sebastian is trying to take all the other institutes, but he gets to the London Institute and for some reason he just can't get in there. Because that's a reference to the Infernal Devices. If you have read that, you would remember that it was Jessamyn's ghost who was inhabiting that institute. So I think that after all the things, all the backstabbing and betraying she did in the Infernal Devices, now she's like redeeming herself, and I really like that part. Simon and Isabel start making out in Alec's bed, and Alec just walks on them. I was glad that for once Alec was given a bigger role in the books. Like, he was not just there like a backup warrior. He was also participating more in conversations. He was being more sarcastic. He was taking part in battles. Sebastian is not just attacking institutes, but after what happened in the Predator house, we know that he's also attacking the Dunwalders. But then we found out that Sebastian is allying with the Fair Folk. He's the Silly Queen's lover. After what the Silly Queen did with the rings in the previous book, I should have seen that coming, but I didn't, so it was shocking for me. It's gonna be this meeting with the Clave and the representatives of the Dunwalders. The night before, they all get an invitation to this fancy dinner in the house of the representative of the fairies. Everyone knows that you should never drink or eat whatever a fairy gives you, and I was hoping everyone would remember that. They didn't. They went to that dinner and ate everything and drank everything. So everyone gets roofied and kidnapped. And then we have Brother Zachariah coming to this battle where Clary and Jace were in there as well. And Jace gets stabbed and starts splitting the heavenly fire. And somehow Brother Zachariah took the heavenly fire inside of him and he lost his silent brotherhoodness. He became Game Carsters again. I love that. I was hoping that we could see him transform back from Solemn Brother to jam. I was really hoping for this explanation to happen, and it was just great. What I didn't get was why he never told Emma Carstairs that he was a Carstairs too. This girl just lost her whole family while her parents throw her a bone in here. At the end of the book, apparently all of them are going to the Los Angeles Institute, so we're gonna see more of them. And Maya manages to defeat this guy that has been writing about luck and becomes the new leader of. I don't know what the Wolfpack had been doing before, but I think it was so good that they finally had this female leader because she was just awesome. For this part, I'm glad that Jordan was dead because that let her not just win the battle, but actually be a great leader for the pack. She allies with the vampires to kill Maureen. That was great. Apparently Sebastian is hiding in this demon dimension. Clary makes a portal to go to the silly court where there's the entrance to this demon realm. But when they get there, they find out that the fairies are actually allied to Sebastian. Alec just stands out and kills Meliorn. They're attacked by this demon that makes them dream like their heart's deepest desires. Simon's dream was that he was Clary's boyfriend. That scared me a lot because I was worried about this sissy situation going on. But no, it was all fine. There's this conversation between Jace and Alec. The day you asked me to be your property, I knew you meant that you trusted me enough to ask me to help you. You were telling me that you were an alone and self-sufficient warrior able to do everything alone. You needed me. So I realized that there was one person who didn't assume you were better than me. You. I might be physically stronger, but you have the truest heart of anyone I've ever known, and the strongest faith in other people. And in that way, you're better than I could ever hope to be. We really have the opportunity to hear Alec talk about his point of view of the whole story. He never complains about being the second. He just accepted it. Then after this emotive conversation, Jace just loses it, starts being a heavenly fire volcano. Clary manages to get the heavenly fire inside the sword with this rune that she's been dreaming about for like a long time. There's just this huge sword that Jace can't help but take. And this sets like this alarm and a lot of demons get them, and one of them bites Isabel. I was really scared that she was going to die, but then I thought, okay, maybe Simon can turn her into a vampire and everything will be just fine. He did not turn her into a vampire, but she managed to save him in this True Blood style thing. So we're good. I was really scared and really mad at Jace because he just can't control his impulse towards pointy objects. After that, Alec is getting drunk like every night because he's so worried about Magnus. Isabel is recovering from the bite that Jace caused her. Simon is drained because he has not fed in like days. But what does Jace do? He takes Clary to this underground lake to have sex. At the beginning of the book, Jace was afraid of kissing Clary because he was afraid to hurt her. He didn't even want to touch her. But when they're going to this demon realm, he packs condoms just in case. We can't say that Shadowhunters are not prepared for any situation. They find Sebastian, and Clary manages to stab him with the sword that had the heavenly fire inside. Sebastian guy died. But we have Jonathan raising from that body that was almost dead. I did not see that coming. Eventually he died. I mean, he was stabbed. He could not just survive being stabbed with heavenly fire. But I was not sad that he died. I'm not gonna be sad about a character dying more than once. This is not supernatural.
We did it!
But now we're stuck in this demon realm and we have no idea how to get out of here. So Magnus has to call his dad to help them get out of that demon realm. He wants something in return for taking all the others out of there.
I want an immortal life.
Oh, well, Magnus is gonna give his immortal life to his father, and everything is gonna work out because he's not gonna be immortal anymore, and he's gonna age with Alec, and they're gonna be together forever, and we're gonna have Malik growing old. This is not how it happens. And Simon tries to be a hero.
Okay, I'll do it. I volunteer. I'm gonna give my immortality. This is gonna be fine. I'm just 16. I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna be a teenager again.
They made me have hope for 1 second. Then it stated that he was actually dead because vampires are dead. It was just gonna be a 16-year-old corpse.
Oh, who do you think I am? You think I cannot turn his heart back on?
Then again, they made me have faith.
I want his memories payment.
There's this part after everyone's back in Idris and everyone is safe that Clary finds a telephone in Idris. She calls Simon and Simon doesn't remember her at all. That just broke me. I lost it in there. I was crying.
Simon, who's your best friend?
If this is about Eric, you should call him.
That was worse than being dead. I had this hole in my heart because we have lost Simon. And then we jump to the epilogue that happens 6 months after that. And Isabel and Clary and Magnus are outside Simon's school. When Simon walks out, Clary approaches him and tells him that they were once really good friends, even though he can't remember. It was just so sad. He invites Clary to go listen to his band playing and gives her this paper invitation, and then gasp. The band name is no other than The Mortal Instruments. They're gonna try to find a way to make him remember because he could be a good candidate for Ascension.
Simon is gonna be a shadow hunter.
In the Dark Artifices, are we gonna see Simon as a shadow hunter, being again with the Lightwoods and with Clary, all shadow huntering together? Then we go to the wedding, and everyone's in there. There are vampires in the barn, and who appears in there? Jam Carsters with no other than Miss Tessa Gray. Tessa and Clary talk to each other, and Jace finally picks up a last name. Jace Wayland in the first book, Jonathan Christopher Morgenstern in the second book, Jace Morgenstern in the third book, Jace Herondale in the fourth book, Jace Lightwood in the fifth book, and now he finally picks up a last name. He's gonna be indeed Jace Herondale. So the book was great. I really liked it. In general, the whole story, I think it was a good closure for the saga. We had a lot of character development. It was a good way to end this part of the story, and also a good way to start this next part of the story with the Blackthorns and Emma Carsters. So that was my opinion about this book. I would like to know what you guys thought, if you liked it, if you didn't like it. This style that Cassandra has, that even though in the most heartbreaking situation there is this one line that will make you laugh. I know very few people in real life who has read Cassandra Clare's books, so I would like to know your opinion about this book and about the Infernal Devices and the future sagas, the Last Hours and the Dark Artifices. Are you excited? What are your theories? I'm a little concerned that since the Silly Queen and Sebastian were having their affairs, and we know that Shadowhunters and fairies can have progeny, what if the Silly Queen is with child with Sebastian's baby? You can leave a comment about what do you think it's gonna happen later. I would like to know what you guys think in general. So I guess that was it. Thank you for watching, guys.